Hey, it's Dr. Hannah with this week's Hot Topic. Today I want to talk to you about how sitting is like the new smoking. Now, most of us know that smoking is really not good for our health, so if you realize that just sitting a lot is going to do the exact same thing to your body as smoking would, I feel like most of us would want to try and do something about it because we don't want all these long-term health issues if all we had to do was just get up and move. So today I have a list of some things that potentially could happen to you if you have a desk job where you don't move a lot, if you sit and watch a lot of TV, you're a couch potato, you're super lazy at home, whatever. But just know that all of this can be avoided if you just get up and move, here or there for a little bit. Usually what I recommend to people is if you have a desk job or you watch a lot of TV, is set your timer every hour, every other hour, and get up and move for 5 minutes, walk to the bathroom, walk down the hallway, walk and get some water, something where you're just up and moving, and then you potentially could avoid some of these health issues down the road. So, just a really quick list. If you want more information about it, ask me. I'll explain a little bit more, but we don't want this to drag out very long. So, first thing, it's really bad for your heart. Studies have shown that you are setting yourself up for twice as likely to have heart-related issues if you sit a lot. So that's high blood pressure, high cholesterol, a heart attack. That even goes with diabetes if you sit a lot. So twice as likely if you super sit a lot and you're just kind of lazy. That also goes with weight gain. So typically if you are overweight, you have more of those health issues. So again, just kind of get up and move and you can avoid some of those. They've also done a study where they've taken the brain of a dementia patient versus somebody who's been sitting for long periods of time, just being very sedentary, and the brains look exactly the same, which is super scary to think that if you are not very active, you're not doing anything for your brain, you could end up where you're having memory issues, which nobody wants that, but that's a very serious thing. So again, you just want to get up and move, set your timer for every hour, every other hour, walk for a couple of minutes here and there, and you could avoid some of those things. You could also get a deep vein thrombosis, which is a blood clot, usually in the lower legs. Your blood is super sticky, and so if you're sitting a lot, it pools. It has nowhere to go because the body's not pumping back to the heart like it should. And if it gets sticky, it clumps together. That clump could break off. It could travel into your lung, to your heart, which could kill you, which is super serious. So that's something that you want to avoid because if you're up and moving, you're going to get proper blood flow to your entire body. Whereas if you're sitting, you have a higher risk of developing one of those. The other thing is most people may not realize is you could have a lot of anxiety if you sit a lot. Typically for people who sit a lot, they're usually in front of a computer screen, a TV screen, whether it's work, watching your favorite show, playing video games, those things. Screen time has been directly linked to anxiety and bad sleeping habits and all those things that typically spike our anxiety. So that also has been directly linked to sitting a lot, is because it's all with those other things that you do when you're sitting. But that's something else. If you suffer from anxiety a lot, just try and get up and move a little bit more. The other thing, it also is really bad for your back. So as a chiropractor, that's kind of one of my things, where some people, it's something as simple as just getting up and moving is going to be better for your back long term as far as rehab, stability, functionality, all those things that you could prevent some of your back issues that some of you come into the office and you're just crawling in. Those can be prevented if you would just get up and move every once in a while. Then the last thing that most everything that we're aware of is if you sit a lot, you're not moving around, you're not healthy, it can actually increase your risk of cancer by quite a bit. So that's another thing too, that most of us know somebody affected by cancer or have it ourselves, but that's something that if you get up and move, which typically means you have better exercise habits, you have better eating habits, so that all goes into all of this. So don't just think that if you just get up and move like, oh yay, I'm gonna walk around for 5 minutes, I'm gonna be super healthy. Not quite that simple, but it's kind of everything that goes in together, that if you have a bad habit of sitting around doing nothing, it's usually linked to all these other things where you're not eating as healthy as you should, you're not drinking as much water, and it kind of compounds and so on and so forth. And that's why sitting is really bad for you, because it usually involves all these other really bad health habits that we have. So if you get up and move, it's going to hopefully help stimulate some other thoughts of eating better, drinking more water, exercising, which typically means you're going to live a healthier and happier life. So hopefully this can give you a bit of idea of why moving and not just sitting down is super beneficial to your health. So hopefully the next time you've been sitting in front of a computer or watching a lot of TV, playing a lot of video games, whatever you do if you're sitting a lot, hopefully that'll be like, oh hey, I need to get up and move because I don't want these long-term health issues later on down the road. That's all I have for you guys this week. We'll see you guys next time.